Hello. I'm
Hi.
I'm excited. Dwight, I'm excited to have you as part of our Kohen Gadol Ministry School. So I want to introduce you to everybody. Um, you guys, you have to know how awesome Dwight is. He has become a good friend of mine, but when I first saw him, he was doing this amazing worship and teaching and all of this stuff. And all of a sudden, I started having pretty cool experiences while we were worshiping. And that was my first introduction to Dwight. And I thought to myself, he really gets this because most of the time when I'm
Mm.
worshiping, you can just tell like it's a struggle to engage the heavenlies. It's not like that with everyone, but a lot of places. And so anyway, I've been really blessed to get to know Dwight. And so he is a stand-up guy who is, I would explain him to people as the ultimate creator. Like I say the ultimate, okay, Father is probably the ultimate creator, but let's say Yahweh's
Close.
the ultimate creator, but he's like one step below him when it comes to creating. He is made to be a creator in his identity, and he's like
That is true.
creative in every way, which is really awesome. So he's going to be a teacher in our Kohen Gadol Ministry School, and he's going to be teaching Eden State Worship. So, Dwight, tell everybody
Hi.
what that's about.
Hello, everybody. Eden State Worship is just how do you call this? It's a term that I'm coining. Um, Basically, Eden State on most of my teaching slash ministry in every aspect, not just worship, but life. Ideally is to bring us back to the Eden protocol and what it's like to live as if we're still in Eden. So I believe that that's God's directives for all the believers is to bring back um, God's intention for Adam and Eve in this modern world. I don't know how that looks like for you, but I am venturing it myself on how to go back to the protocols of Eden and what it looks like. And I think that's a foundational thing where everything is supposed to be founded on. I believe so, including what we call nowadays as worship. And and it's so limited in the current Christian mindset of what that means because it's so boxed into either a worship song or a worship set songs or what right now is being propagated in the churchdom instead of the kingdom, where worship is this sound that is out there that is very popularized now. I think it's a genre now. It has been considered a music genre, that is worship songs a genre, but it is way more than that. And it's not bound into this this music, you know, um, lyrical context of what we consider worship right now. And so I'm just going to be touching on what that really means, and how it would be like, um, as if it was in Genesis, where God walked with Adam in the cool of the day. That in itself is a very worship lifestyle, and what that means for us as modern believers. Did that make sense?
I think so. I
I hope
mean,
so.
I'm getting it. I one of the things that you told me about is that um you would be helping people kind of figure out or remember who they are in their true
Absolutely.
identity as if they're in Eden.
Yep.
Yeah, and that really struck a chord with me because I really believe that, Yeshua, he actually came to kind of bring us back to our Eden state.
Hmm.
I think that that was kind of the point.
Hmm.
Obviously, we all of creation has gotten way off, and so once we start coming back and we have that face-to-face relationship with Yahweh again,
Yeah.
it's like everything gets reawakened in us and we start functioning differently. And
Right.
so that's what I've seen in my own life. And anyway, I'm excited for you to bring that to every believer. I think it's the most important thing. So,
Yeah. Yeah, he did came to seek and save the lost, and we contextualize that to just like salvation. But I think what was being lost is also like who we really are. And Yeshua is really seeking us into that place to bring back that what which was lost, which is also our Eden state, and who how we're supposed to live in that union with him. And I think I'll be uh, knowing who you are in context of worshiping Yahweh in spirit and in truth. I think the truth of who we are plays a big role on what that means in terms of relationship with Yahweh accurately. I think he can there's such a powerful interaction with if you relate to your own kind versus you're relating to just things that does not respond to you well. I mean, except for dogs are, you can't have relationship with dogs, but my gosh, they love you nevertheless. But there's not like really a interaction slash communication slash you're always with the master and there's always that dog, and we are called more than that, even to the point where Moses act, had that access to Yahweh. There's two different priesthoods. The one that like the priesthood of Aaron, that somehow you have to do sacrifices, you have to prove yourself basically to be able to minister unto Yahweh. Well, Moses didn't do that. There was no sacrifices made for Yahweh, for Moses, and even David. They have access to the temple all the time and relate with Yahweh all the time, even to the point where you can literally change Yahweh's mind, like Moses did. It was that relationship that took place, and a grace that's in there that we know that we have through the cross, but not a lot of God's children, relate to Yahweh like that. Most of us are still in performance mode. Most of us are still doing the do's and don'ts, and there's this separation. So hopefully that this class will put people back into a how do you call this, a plumb line of truth about who they are. That way, when they approach Yahweh, they approach Yahweh with confidence. They approach Yahweh with the ability to really worship in spirit, in spirit. Like you go in the spirit and worship in that standpoint, versus like approaching him in a standpoint outside the holy place, where a lot of Christian is still having a context and concept of approaching the tabernacle from outside to inside versus ministering from the inside to outside.
that's awesome. Well, that's, I feel like, what all of the Kohen Gadol Ministry School is about.
Yes.
That's why the Lord drew me to that, was because we have a whole lot of people in Christendom who are doing a lot of work for the Lord, not really from the Lord. And
Right.
so there's something different than that. And I feel like Yeshua,
Hmm.
he was teaching us on earth as it is in heaven, which means we have
Hmm.
to engage the heavenlies to be able to bring that to the earth anyway. We have to
Yeah.
know his will to have that. And so if
Yep.
we worship him in spirit and in truth, then we are worshiping him from that place, knowing his heart. And
Right.
it is getting to that place for us, instead of throwing up prayers to heaven, that
Right.
we just partner with what he's doing. And so anyway, it's a huge passion of mine. And you guys, a lot of you know that we're about to start classes real soon. So we are going to be starting Ministry 101, Ministry 201, both of those on Sunday, this Sunday. Okay. We have a free class for Ministry 101 that is going to be done on Zoom. So if you want to be a part of it, go to zoom.us/j/812-283-6852. We'll put that in the description. But we're going to have those free classes be Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, tomorrow, that is, as well as Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. Anybody's welcome to join into the first class just to see if it's something that you want to do. Our Ministry 101 class, we just finished our first semester in December, and it was mind-blowing, like way beyond anything I expected. Which is always fun. It's fun to see what the Lord releases and how much people can grow and how many heavenly beings got involved and partnered with us and was even part of the class. And it was just phenomenal. We all grew like crazy in that class. And so anyway, I'm excited to do Ministry 101 again. I'm excited that Dwight's joining us to do a new class, the Eden State Worship. We're going to start our new Ministry 201 class for everyone who's completed the 101 class. So everything's exciting. Dwight is going to be starting his new class. Tell us when it is.
Well, I would also like to do a trial class, see if the people are interested. And I'm gonna do that this Saturday. Wow, the year started quite quickly already. It was just New Year's.
I know, that's what it feels like. So this Saturday is the 14th.
It's the 14th,
right?
yes. Yeah. And the actual class would be also on Wednesday on the 18th. At what time again? Was it
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Yes.
Central time. Okay.
Central time.
Yeah, that's exciting. It's going to be awesome. If you don't know what time zone that is and where you're at, go to timeanddate.com and you can find what time it is in your time zone compared to Central time. Okay. So we're in Central Standard Time right now, just so you guys know.
And on Saturday, it will still also be at 8 p.m. Central Time. Awesome. That way, we'll have a feel of that schedule if it works for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be phenomenal. The Lord is doing a lot of things this year, guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but he showed me that this is a year of acceleration. And man, I've already seen it happening. It's been cool. And so for me, a lot of people are starting their new year, January 1st. I'm one of those weirdos who we start, at Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, all of that. Yes. That is when the new year is starting for me. And so I know that the Lord has shown us already the acceleration, and it has been wow, like beyond what I could ever have seen before. And so I'm excited for what's going to happen this year in our ministry school, because people are going to just accelerate in their faith walk, in their journey, in their ministry walk, all of that. And we're going to see a world transformed this year. I'm super excited about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us, Dwight. Thank you for doing what you're doing for everyone and putting your gifts into the world and really fulfilling your destiny scroll with us.
That is, I'm excited as well. This is going to be a blast, I believe, because like you said, it's the year of acceleration, and I'm telling you, just the start of January, the schedules of being to share this message of the Eden State lifestyle and what it looks like has already taken place. Like I'm already scheduled in three or four meetings already. So that to me, on the first month, I'm like, what? Compared to last year, it was like wilderness, like you're out there and just waiting upon the Lord. And I'm just throwing that out there because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that
Yeah.
is in that place. But sometimes, the Lord sets you apart for in the wilderness. The Holy Spirit led Jesus in the wilderness before he does kingdom ministry. And I think that's where we're at right now. I think we are going to be sent out to do kingdom ministries
That's
stuff.
exciting.
Prepare us for the alien invasion that's coming. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Ish.
Or ish. Already. See, that's okay. So yeah, that's probably what you expect if you're under my class. There's a lot of stuff like this goofiness that's taking place right now. So
Yes. Well, you guys, thank you for joining in, and we look forward to seeing you in our free classes coming up. If you have any questions, drop us a line. We'll be getting back to you. Okay. Thanks, guys. See
thanks,
ya.
guys. See you.